Peggy Lipton has lived it all and been with varying male stars. She was a sex symbol of epic proportions that dictated sexual tastes for her audience, but underneath her happy-go-lucky exterior was a hurting woman who suffered when she was young. However, the actress and singer found a purpose, which wasn't her career. Peggy Lipton was a superb actress, singer, model, and songwriter. The actress wrote for the great Frank Sinatra. Remember Frank's hit song, L.A. is My Lady? Peggy was one of the writers, but she was more than your average actress, singer, model, and songwriter. Sure, like an average Hollywood star, she had her vices, but despite them, the actress remained focused on her career. However, she wasn't all about the career. Family meant everything to her. She paused her career to raise her children. In 2017, she worked with one of her children, Rashida Jones, in an episode of Angie Tribeca. In that episode, she played her daughter's on-screen mother. How fitting! It's even more interesting that part of the show was filmed on the same soundstage where Peggy and her castmates were filmed for the Mod Squad. Her daughter wouldn't be the only family member she would work with. The actress had an older brother who also chased the Hollywood life. He was an actor, but unlike his sister, he was less popular and not quite as impactful. Due to the actress, he got a guest role on the Mod Squad. They also appeared together in an episode of Mr. Novak and the Western film Blue. The actor would go on to have a career, get parts in Bullet, The X-Files, and Die Hard 2. He tried his best to make a mark. Speaking of marks, his sister made a mark on TV. She played the role of Julie Barnes, the flower child in the TV series The Mod Squad, a groundbreaking hippie cop show. The show defined the actress's path, and it was a reflection of her real-life interests. The actress had gone deep into the counterculture when she was 18, as she took part in using illegal substances and viewed intimacy as purely recreational. Apart from that, the sexy star began to meditate and do yoga. She believed meditation and yoga were a part of an emotional journey. According to Lipton herself, she was a Topanga Canyon hippie. Casting the actress for the Mod Squad was brilliant, but it wasn't just her. The show's casting all around was brilliant. The actress acted alongside Clarence Williams III and Michael Cole. The three were undercover detectives, and they became so purely by chance. They were rebels, outcasts of the society. Cole's character, Pete Cochran, was a dashing, long-haired rebel from a wealthy home. He managed to draw the disappointment of his parents when he got arrested while trying to steal a car. The actress's character, Julie Barnes, was a vulnerable lady. She was a canary with a broken wing, as described by David Hutchings, and was arrested for loitering while trying to escape the clutches of her callgirl mother. Williams' character, Lincoln Hayes, was from a large family of 15, and he got arrested during a riot. The three of them had a choice. They would get in prison for their crimes, or they could form an undercover team to fight crime. Their mentor asked them to form the team, and like that, TV's first set of hippie cops was born. The trio was said to be able to get into places the police can't, because being different and untypical made criminals less suspicious of them. After all, who wanted to suspect hippies? The series was one of the works that celebrated the counterculture era. It came before Fonda's Easy Rider and was almost as iconic. The series braved going to war against traditional beliefs when doing so wasn't popular. It discussed domestic violence, illiteracy, slumlords, anti-war philosophies, illegal immigration, protests, and more. The series was sensational, and the actress added so much flavor to it. Through the show, she was able to direct fashion trends. Her lush, straight, ash blonde hair and lean stature with much of her thighs exposed due to wearing miniskirts became the norm. However, it wasn't the only part of her that fans copied. They also began to wear bell-bottoms and love beads. Lipton had become the new it girl, and she wore the it image proudly. Like those who wore it before her, the actress was also a man-eater, and the men she had relationships with, whew, Peggy didn't care if the men were married or not. If they were available for a romp, then she would be available. The actress dated Jack Carter, chief of staff for the New York State Comptroller, in 2003, and boy, did Jack do stupid things for the actress. The man did illegal stuff, which sparked intense controversy, just so he could pay the actress's rent and hospital bills. He also tried to help Peggy get a business going. Charter was obsessed with the star, and he wouldn't be the only one. Paul McCartney lost all forms of decency when he met the actress when she was 19. The two had a relationship when the Beatles star came to the United States. It didn't matter to Paul that he had another woman, Jane Asher, waiting for him in England. Allegedly, it became part of the musician's routine to meet her actress for romantic purposes when he visited the United States. Elvis was another notable person that the actress had a relationship with, but she didn't give a swell review to the rock and roll king's performance on the bed. According to her, by the time she met Elvis, he lacked vigor. Peggy's taste swung on the wild side too. Did you know that the actress had an affair with two brothers? Two brothers. While she was working on the set of Blue, she met Terrence Stamp and had a huge crush on him. The crush led to something between them, and that something got transferred to Stamp's brother, Christopher. You could say they stamped their authority on her. Then the actress also hooked up with Ryan O'Neal and Sam Davis Jr. But some say she hooked up with Tyg Andrews, the actor who played the role of her mentor in the Mod Squad. But so far, there hasn't been anything definitive about the two having an affair. However, they were close, and despite Andrews being an acting pro, he claimed that he learned a lot from the actress, and she influenced him as an actor. High praise for the actress, don't you think? Her late teens and early 20s on the uninhibited side, she still managed a vice-like grip on her career. There was a dark side to the wild things she did. Those things purely were not from a place of fun. They masked a trauma that not many people know, a trauma that took away her voice and sense of self. In a way, the life she led from her teens to her early was a cry for help, her way of fighting reality, and her coping mechanism. There is more to the actress than meets the eye, and we'll tell you all about it. Peggy was born Margaret Ann Lipton on August 30th, 1946, in New York City, New York. The actress had Jewish parents who belonged to the upper middle class. Her father, Harold Lipton, was a corporate lawyer who descended from Jewish immigrants who came from Russia. Her mother was born in Ireland, and her parents were Jewish people from Latvia. The actress attended Lawrence Junior High School, and in those early years, the actress suffered a tragedy. An uncle took advantage of her, and the effects of what the man did were deadly. It almost robbed the actress of a future of being the star she became. After the uncle did what he did, Peggy became a shadow of what she once was. The sexy actress pulled away from people, becoming introverted, and developed a stutter. The sexy star then went to the professional children's school as her mother, an artist, encouraged her to explore acting. While the actress received lessons in school, her father pushed her towards modeling, and by 15, the actress signed with Ford Agency. Apart from the dark spot her uncle left on her, life in New York was great as the actress became a successful model as a teenager. But the actress resented everything, and could you blame her? Her parents wouldn't let her just be a kid. She hated that she had to model. The actress didn't like that it seemed artificial, as many people didn't fit into the ideal shape modeling was trying to push. This same mentality impacted the actress's view of her suburban life. She didn't quite fit into the calmness and slowness of living in the suburbs. So, when the family moved to Los Angeles when she was 18, she must have been pleased. The move was great for the actress's acting career, but it sacrificed her modeling career. Not that the actress was complaining anyway. Peggy quickly adapted to the Los Angeles lifestyle, but darkness from her past lurked within her. From her experience with her uncle and the pressure that came from modeling, the sexy star was depressed. To fight her depression, the actress took illegal substances as a teen and used sex as an escape. Her self-diagnosis didn't work. It kept the demons away, but didn't banish them. The actress didn't know this, and when the darkness returned, it tore through her and almost devoured her essence. But more of that later. Soon after moving to Los Angeles, the impressive actress got her first contract with Universal Pictures and debuted in 1969 on television when she was 19. She was cast in the John Forsythe Show in 1965. Peggy also got a guest starring role in Bewitched, which revolved around Samantha Stevens, a witch living among humans. She's a secretary in the episode You're a Witch in Showing, the same year she made her debut. Peggy found guest starring work in The Alfred Hitchcock Hour, The Virginian, The Invaders, The Road West, and The FBI. Her work on series continued, and she even got a Disney gig, despite her having a Wild Side tour. Turned out the family-friendly Walt Disney Company felt Lipton met their family-friendly policy enough to be made a part of the World of Color for 2 episodes. Technically it's 1 episode, but that episode had 2 parts. It seemed Walt Disney had a peek into the actress's future when they decided to work with her. There is nothing Peggy wouldn't do for her family. It's the sort of ideal that Walt Disney promoted. While she chased on-screen dominance, she also developed a music career. In 1968 released a single, a cover of Stony End, which Laura Nyro sang in 1967. Peggy's version charted at 121 on the Billboard 200, but it wouldn't have so much relevance as Barbra Streisand's version came. Barbara's cover kicked both the original song and Peggy's cover to the curb in 1970, as her version became a massive hit. It wouldn't be the only time the actress would cover a song. In 1970, she covered British singer and songwriter Donovan's 1967 song, Wear Your Love Like Heaven. Her version wasn't glorious, and it managed to enter Record World magazine's non-rock top 40 when she released it. In 1968, Peggy also released an album, Peggy Lipton, which Ode Records produced, and the album did well. In 2013, the actress did a follow-up to her first album by releasing all of her songs which she had with Ode Records. The actress made her film debut in 1968 in the western, Blue, and would later go on to be one of the main characters in the Mod Squad. She entranced the audience with her boundless sensuality, but feared that her career was doomed. Peggy, as much as the Mod Squad turned her into the hottest sensation, she also felt fear. She believed she would be typecast to play similar roles and began to see herself as limited. She thought that playing a role on TV for so long would destroy her acting skills, and during the period in which she shot the Mod Squad, she was scared to audition for other roles. Not that it mattered anyway. The actress soon threw everything away, including her growing it girl image. She did this because of love and family. It all began in 1969 when Peggy met famous musician and producer Quincy Jones on a friend's boat in the Bahamas. She had a crush on him, but nothing happened. Jones was still married to his second wife, Eula Anderson, during the time, but the two would meet again 2 years after. This time, Jones was free as a bird, having divorced his second wife. Quincy's daughter, Jolie, was Peggy's friend, and she invited the two to dinner. One thing led to another. Peggy moved in, and she didn't just move. She also got pregnant. It wasn't good news for the two. Peggy had to remove the baby, but did the pair learn their lesson? No. They went at it like rabbits, and the sexy actress got pregnant again. This time, the couple chose to keep the baby, and Lipton gave birth to her first daughter, Kidada Jones, who would become a fashion icon. This is interesting, considering how much her mother hated modeling. Lipton's happiness almost got cut short. After the birth of their daughter, Quincy had a brain aneurysm and got surgeries. He survived, and the two got married. Their marriage caused a big controversy. At the time, there weren't many interracial marriages. Did the sexy star care about what people said? Heck no. After the birth of their second daughter, the actress decided to retire from acting. Jones was usually not around, and Lipton decided she wanted to raise her kids properly. However, life away from acting wasn't easy. The darkness which busyness helped her banish came creeping back. Peggy Lipton returned to the screen for the TV movie, The Return of Mod Squad. But this didn't quiet the uneasiness within. The darkness continued growing, and it didn't help that her husband was mostly away from work. Just as she was younger, Lipton reactivated her wild side. The actress had an affair, but not with a man. She met and hooked up with a lady, but still, the darkness wouldn't go. Peggy began to have panic attacks, and in 1984, she crumbled. She was consumed, but wouldn't be destroyed. However, to heal and piece herself together, the actress decided to leave Jones after 12 years of being married to him. The two parted on irreconcilable differences, but remained friends and even worked together on their daughter's show. After she healed, the actress returned to acting and appeared in several films and TV shows. One of the iconic shows she was part of, Twin Peaks, a mystery film. The actress was hired on the spot for the movie, and all her talk of acting talent getting destroyed was just insecurity. Peggy continued to work and didn't even stop when she was diagnosed with colon cancer in 2004 and promptly underwent chemotherapy. Through this period, Peggy continued to work and would do so until her last film in 2017. The cancer had ravaged her body, and while she conquered it once, her body wasn't quite strong enough to do it again. The actress died, leaving behind a legacy of memories, acting skills, awards, and successful daughters. Anna May Wong, the first victim of the yellowface scandal. From untold Hollywood scandals to mesmerizing behind-the-scenes tales, our collection of videos will keep you entertained for hours.